It's like a Garden of Eden here, actually. A little slice of heaven right here on earth.
Paul March made a pact with his brothers that they would return to Lake Anna, the picturesque part of Virginia where their grandfather is from. His brothers have since passed, but Paul calls this piece of paradise home.
The peace and quiet, the serenity, the nature is magnificent. We have egrets, we have eagles, we have the herrings, and even ospreys.
But now, toxic algae blooms are threatening the residents and visitors of Lake Anna, as well as 6 other bodies of water in Virginia that have been listed on the Virginia Department of Environmental Quality's Dirty Waters list. This is the 5th summer in a row Lake Anna has been deemed unsafe to swim in.
They pulled the lifeguards and posted signs so the visitors to the state park can swim at their own risk, but it's not recommended, of course.
Still, a concerning number of people swimming in the contaminated waters.
We have an excessive amount of algae blooms that cause problems for the resource. This specific situation, we have a bloom of something known as cyanobacteria, which is a type of harmful algal bloom that can cause lots of problems.
These algae blooms can be toxic to humans and animals. The health effects can range from a skin rash to fever-like symptoms, respiratory and gastrointestinal distress, and even in severe cases, cancer and death. And while hot temperatures help fuel algae blooms, it's the heavy, excessive rainfall we have become all too familiar with that carries excessive loads of nutrients into bodies of water in the form of stormwater runoff.
And sources of nutrients are found throughout our landscape, whether it's fertilizer from your lawn, from a sewage treatment plant, or potentially from agricultural sources.
As global temperatures continue to rise and the atmosphere holds more moisture as a result, the Chesapeake Bay Foundation is working hard to combat the threat of algae blooms.
As we look forward, all the signs point to, from a climate change perspective, that we're going to have problems with this in the future. Really hot temperatures fuels the growth of the harmful algal blooms that drive these problems.
We're going to check the depth.
The Lake Anna Civic Association Water Quality Group monitors the lake throughout the summer and has increased the frequency in which they check water given the presence of algae blooms.
It's disappeared at 0.8 of a meter.
They're also funding a treatment applied to parts of the lake by a licensed herbicide and algicide applicator.
When it hits the water, it turns into hydrogen peroxide. Interestingly, it only attacks cyanobacteria. It doesn't affect the other plant life. It doesn't affect the other algae, for that matter. And drop it into the water.
After the first treatment, the algae chemical went down 96%. It has since returned a bit, but remains down 50 to 70%.
It seems to be working quite well, actually. It's having a good effect. I see it less this year after their treatment.
Buffer strips or planted vegetation along the shoreline like this will also help prevent stormwater runoff from contaminating water.
This is a problem that we have a solution to, preventing nutrient loads to coming into these systems. And if we protect these systems, hopefully we'll be able to enjoy them more frequently.
And it's worth repeating that this is not just an issue on Lake Anna. There are 6 other bodies of water throughout Virginia that have been deemed unsafe to swim in. For the full list, just visit our WUSA 9 app or WUSA9.com.